There we go. Thank you and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our ever-expanding waterfront development as we gathered here today for this momentous occasion, one that is over 3 decades in the making. In fact, it was in 1994 when the New York, New Jersey Port Authority conducted a survey and determined that Carteret was best situated for a ferry for transportation from New Jersey to Lower Manhattan. This is a project that my administration has been working on from day one, and that's 23 years ago. To lead us in a moment of prayer and reflection, please welcome Pastor Tukwala Loman from Revival Center Church. Pastor.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we take this opportunity to tell you thank you. Thank you for your favor. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy that has been extended over the city of Carteret. We thank you that no weapon formed against us has been able to prosper, and every vision and dream that you have given the leader of this town, you have allowed it to come to pass. We ask that you would continue to favor us. We ask that you would continue to be with us, continue to give your wisdom. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
For those that can rise, I ask that you can. To lead us in the pledge, please welcome Carteret Councilman and Army veteran Vinny Bellino. Vinny.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You can be seated. Thank you all for joining us again on this truly historic day for the Borough of Carteret as we officially break ground on the Carteret Multimodal Ferry Terminal building, a project that, as I mentioned, has been years in the making and one that will shape the future of transportation, commerce, and connectivity for our community in the Central Jersey region. Before we begin, I want to recognize and thank my governing partners and community leaders who helped make this possible. For a brief wave, Council President Susan Naples, Councilman Randy Crum, Councilman Jorge Diaz, Dennis Damasio, A.J. Johal, and Vinny Bellino. I also want to acknowledge my borough department heads who work every day to make projects like this a reality, most especially my Chief of Staff, Frank Bellino. Give him a round of applause. As well as our team of professionals who helped bring this project to fruition. From Potter Architects, we've got Tom Potter, who helped bring our vision into a world-class design. From CME Engineering, we have Matt Zwingraff and Trevor Taylor, whose teams oversee critical engineering and site development work. From Torcon, Chris Reed, who will serve as our construction manager. From Beacon Planning, Andy Janu, who's been our redevelopment planner during this project and many other projects in Carteret these past 23 years. I also want to recognize our contractor, Brockwell and Carrington. We welcome Michael DeSante II and his team, leading the firm, who will be constructing this $48 million transformation facility without a single change order, Michael, right? Today, indeed, makes a major milestone, not just for Carteret's waterfront, but for the long-term vision we've set forth many years ago to build a fully integrated multimodal transportation building here in Carteret, an economic center of the state and the region. This began as an idea, a bold vision to reintroduce service for the first time in Carteret since the last service stopped in 1950s. It was 1957 when the last Carteret-Staten Island ferry ran. This has grown into one of the most significant infrastructure projects in the town's history. The terminal will serve as a gateway for thousands of commuters, residents, and visitors. It will provide new, convenient access to New York City and to destinations while reducing roadway congestion and opening new opportunities for job creation and economic development here in Carteret. This terminal is more than just a building for commuters. It represents progress, partnership, and a shared commitment to provide our residents with the modern transportation options they deserve. It will stand as a symbol of Carteret's continued transformation of the waterfront development from an older industrial town to a community revitalizing its waterfront and as a regional destination for commerce, recreation, and innovation. Much like our state-of-the-art RWJ Health Center, our USB Performing Arts and Events Center, and our new growing downtown mixed-use arts district, These investments are generational game changers for our community. The buildings will encompass our marina, our ferry terminal operations, but it will also allow for commercial, retail, and entertainment, event space, and leasable office space, including a rooftop amphitheater right here at this new multimodal terminal building. A project of this magnitude cannot happen without strong collaboration from the alphabet soup of acronyms at the federal, state, regional, and local level of agencies, some working collaboratively with us, while others are more like institutional bureaucracy that has the mentality that it's just easier to say no rather than fix it at the federal level. I want to acknowledge and express our deep gratitude for the unwavering support of our state teams. The New Jersey Department of Transportation DOT Commissioner Fran O'Connor, along with his staff of Lane Rankin, Deval Desai, Kamola Pandit, and Pavan Seth, who've been helping us each and every day along this project. The North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, and I know NJTPA Director David Baharin is there, their Executive Director Sasha Frinkpin, who's been served as our point of contact. They've been instrumental in helping secure Transportation Trust Fund dollars. The New Jersey I-Bank, David Zimmer, our Executive Director here from the I-Bank, is here. Give him a round of applause, if you will. They are managing and financing up to $20 million in short-term notes and lending at a quarter basis point while the various federal and state grants come in during the reimbursement cycle. Those notes from the New Jersey I-Bank will save us over $1.2 million in financing for this project. Additionally, I'd like to recognize the DCA and Commissioner Jacqueline Suarez, who couldn't be here with us today, but the DCA manages the Governor's SFRF program and the New Jersey UEZ. And it was the New Jersey UEZ program that we changed last year with the Speaker and Governor's leadership to ensure that urban towns can use those UEZ funds for infrastructure projects such as this terminal building and other terminal projects or transportation projects around the state. Their funding, guidance, and partnership have been vital in moving this project forward. Each of these agencies recognize the value and impact of this terminal for the people of Carteret and for the transportation network of our entire region. To all of our partners, stakeholders, and supporters, thank you for believing in this vision that we introduced so many years ago and for helping us make today an important step forward. This groundbreaking is not just about constructing a building. It's about building an opportunity, building access, and building a brighter future for all of Carteret. Together, we're creating a stronger, more connected community, one that will benefit generations to come. Thank you all for being here, for your continued support and partnership. Before I introduce our speakers, I want to recognize our friends in labor in the back who've been with us on this journey for 24 years as mayor and have helped revitalize Carteret with over billions of dollars in private and public transportation and investment during our redevelopment progress. Give them a round of applause. Our first speaker, of course, needs no introduction, but Governor Murphy's vision for a stronger, fairer New Jersey has not only guided our state forward, but has directly empowered local communities like Carteret to thrive. The governor's been just a phone call away and always ready to offer any assistance his administration or staff could provide. I've spoken over the years about the governor's initiatives and what they've meant for the state and many of our towns and local residents here in Carteret. Many of my local community members have heard me preach about how these programs and these policies and budgets have helped here in Carteret. During the governor's tenure, the state has invested over $12 million in arts and recreation, from the Performing Arts Center to our Blazing Star Cultural Center and our library. They've invested over $27 million in Green Acres funding for our parks, our boardwalks, our marina. Over $30 million in support for this ferry terminal project in and of itself. As you can see from the progress to date, the dredging is done, the bulkheading is done, the in-water terminal work is complete, the upland improvements behind you are under construction, and today we break ground on this terminal building. We do have, as you know, and you'll see outside, one ferry boat currently in-house and the other in construction in New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, the governor's dedication, his integrity, and partnership have left an enduring mark on Carteret and truly all the lives of residents of New Jersey. History will undoubtedly judge him as the most consequential governor in our lifetime. Please welcome my friend and our governor, the Honorable Phil Murphy. Governor.
Thank you, Dan. More on you in a minute, but what a treat to be here today with an all-star lineup. Your mayor, Dan Ryman, again, more on him in a moment. My partner in government for 8 years, there's no one better, Middlesex County's own Craig Coughlin. The aforementioned Commissioner of the Department of Transportation, Fran O'Connor. Commissioner Boss Ron Rios, to you and your colleagues, Ronnie. Yvonne Lopez is here. Nancy Pinkin, Council President and members of Council. Matt Montico is here on behalf of Congressman Frank Pallone, who deserves a shout out. My Chief of Staff, who actually runs New Jersey, Tim Hillman, is here. Tim, raise your hand, because when people hear that, they're going to want to come over and talk to you afterward. One of my predecessors, the great Jim McGreevey, is in the House, also Middlesex County. And to all the other brothers and sisters in labor, two of the founding members of the Smithereens, Carteret's own, are here today. Yeah. I'm doing your work for you. December 18 and 19, Count Basie tickets are still available in Red Bank. And to all the other folks associated with this project, we are honored to have played a meaningful role in this waterfront, but it does take a village. Federal government, state government, county, local, honored to be a part of that team. I have worked with, in almost 8 years, literally hundreds of mayors. There are I hope folks in Carteret understand this. There are very few, if any, mayors on the planet as good as this guy. And one of the things that I love most about Dan, and speaks directly to this project, is that I'm a big believer. You wake up in the morning, you can sort of say this one of two ways. One way is you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, and you're cold-blooded about what you can be, what you can't be, what you are not. Another way to think of this is all of us in office are dealt a hand. Play the damn hand. Dan, for 24 years, has looked at this part of Carteret, by the way, in addition to all the other good things he's done in this great community. And when you're sitting with this waterfront behind us and the economic, transportation, cultural opportunities, the way of life, the quality of life opportunities that scream out at you, Dan has played the hand that Carteret was dealt, and he's played it brilliantly. And this project speaks to that more than any other that I'm aware of. And we at the state government are incredibly honored, Dan, to be your partner in this, again, with the county and other federal and other sources of support. And it's not just a ferry terminal. This is the model of it over here. It is a way of life. So it's not only get folks from one place to another, it's restaurants, it's offices, it's a banquet hall. Think about the families that'll be strolling along the boardwalk. This is a game changer. And Dan, it begins with you. You've played that damn hand, and you've played it incredibly well. Honored to be a part of it. And remember one last thing, if I may, and never forget, everybody. We're from Jersey, baby.
Give the governor a round of applause, if you will. Governor, thank you for those kind words, and as always, we appreciate you being here with us today and all of your support from your administration, from the top to the bottom. Let me take a moment to introduce our next speaker, and he, of course, is the speaker. And you notice he snuck in a few minutes late. He's always on Irish time. I can tell you that having a vision for a better Carteret or state doesn't come easy. Corralling one's colleagues in any legislative body isn't without work, whether it's the council, the county commission, the Assembly or the Senate. Imagine dealing with 80 members of the General Assembly with their own concerns, worries, and ideas for their towns and their districts and regions, or how perhaps they think they could do a better job. Rising above that is our great Speaker, Craig Coughlin, who's made history having been re-elected to his 5th term as Speaker, which will put him 10 years as Speaker of the New Jersey General Assembly, making him the longest-serving Speaker in the history of the state. As Speaker, he not only represents the residents of New Jersey, but more locally, he's our Assemblyman from the 19th District, giving him the honor of representing Carteret and a few other towns. But it's the Speaker's leadership and advocacy for Carteret, for infrastructure and transportation projects throughout the district that's noteworthy. From legislative initiatives to improving state statutes, the Speaker has been a true partner in what's been able to accomplish thus far. And Speaker, we'll look forward to your continued leadership in the Assembly and for the advocacy of the 19th District and for all your support brought here today and throughout the past 8 years. Please welcome my dear friend, the Speaker of the New Jersey Assembly, Craig Coughlin.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for coming out. I couldn't wait to see you. That's why I was only a little late. It's part of my charm. My opening line for the last 55 years or so of my life has been, "Hi, I'm Craig Coughlin. Sorry I'm late." But it's good to be here today. This is a really special, consequential day. It's a day that thinks about the future, looks to the future of what this great waterfront will be, what the opportunities it offers to the people of Carteret and to the region at large. It talks about the use of the waterfront, which has for time immemorial been a way that people have communicated with one another, have transported ideas and goods and services up and down waterways. It's how we all began. The Arthur Kill, of course, is historic. Many skirmishes during the Revolutionary War took place right over here. And so this is the next stage and the next step in a positive move forward. It's really the next step in what I believe is the golden era for the borough of Carteret. I've had the privilege of serving and representing the borough now for what it will be 16 years. During that time, I've come to see that the vision that this community has and its leaders have is truly special. It really is. I spent a lot of time here when I was a little kid. My dad, I was a little boy, my mom's aunt lived here, and so I spent an awful lot of time right over on Emerson Street every Sunday having dinner with her. And I knew what the town was like. For decades, we would ride through and see the Chrome section kind of standing still. You look at it now, and you see progress. You look at the Performing Arts Center, and you see an incredible facility with great entertainment. And now, of course, you have the waterfront. And now with the ferry coming, it's even a more special opportunity. A special opportunity for the community because, as the governor talked about, this will bring people to the area, it'll bring people to the region, restaurants, and all of the other good things will come. But what today is really a testament to is a vision. Is a vision and a commitment that was unyielding and relentless. A vision by Mayor Ryman, probably, I guess, it started right when he got out of high school about 24 years ago. I don't know. But it was something that he was committed to. And then built partnerships around. Let me take a second, a point of personal privilege, if you will, to let me say what an incredible 8 years I have had being able to work with such an extraordinary governor. Governor, thank you. It is truly a privilege. One of the last times I suspect we'll be together at something like this. And so let me take the opportunity to say you couldn't ask for a better governor. If you take the list of the things that Governor Murphy has accomplished, it is truly remarkable. As the mayor points out, the most consequential governor of my time. I don't think we'll ever see anybody like that with a record of success. And Governor, it's been a privilege to serve side by side with you. We have made the state of New Jersey made incredible progress and made things better. And that's true here, too, and that's why you see the commitment that is right here. We've invested nearly $30 million of the state dollars here because we believe in the project, but more importantly, I think, because we believe in the vision of the council and especially Mayor Ryman, who is truly a visionary and is as committed to making Carteret the best it can be more than anyone who has ever preceded him. This wasn't an easy process. First of all, getting that money in place takes some real work. But he had to overcome the harbor pilot, the Coast Guard, challenge after challenge, year after year after year. And that doesn't happen unless somebody is truly committed, is willing to do what it takes. And that means whatever it takes. Now, we know Dan can be sort of subtle in his approach to things. But in this case, he had to take on a more aggressive tone from time to time. And it was because of that we are here today. The vision to create a waterfront, the vision to say a ferry can go here and serve the people of Carteret and the surrounding areas, the vision to say we can connect to New York City in a way that I don't think anybody ever saw before, and the tenacity to go after it day after day after day. If there was a hurdle, the council and the mayor overcame it. If there was a challenge, he forced people, cajoled people, wheedled people. I don't think he ever pleaded with anybody, and it's not his nature. But the truth of the matter is all of that has come together, and now we get to celebrate it here today. And we get to be here for a groundbreaking that will forever be something special that the people of Carteret will look at. So thank you all for coming out. And thank you, Mayor, and thank you to your extraordinary council for the work that you have done in making sure this happens. Simply, this does not happen without Dan Ryman. This is his greatest testament and gift to the city, or the borough of Carteret. And you will forever be remembered for it. Thank you for letting me be a small part. I'm happy of the role we've had to play, me, my colleagues, especially Assemblywoman Yvonne Lopez and Senator Vitale, who couldn't be here today but sends his best regards. It's special when we come together and we recognize that we can make something better. That's what we're doing here today. Thank you. Privileged to be with you, everybody.
Mr. Speaker, Craig Coughlin. You know, Craig, I specifically chose to leave out having to sue the Army Corps, the Coast Guard, threatening to sue the FTA and everything else. I figured let's talk about all the good things and not the 23 years of headache. But we're here today. Our next speaker is someone who I've had the chance to know only the last 2 years. It was early 2024 when he was nominated to serve as the DOT Commissioner. He spent his career in the public sector of the Turnpike Authority and then in private business, consulting on a broad range of transportation matters around the country. He's indeed recognized as an expert in the field of transportation. Though he seems like a long-lost Irish cousin, I only met him, as I said, in early 2024. In fact, he had yet to be confirmed by the Senate when we reached out to him and we offered to give him a small tour about some of the many transportation initiatives in Carteret and explain to him how he could help us. And of course, you can imagine it included a tour of this waterfront and an update on the ferry and a few notes as to how the DOT staff could be more than helpful. Fran and his team came in with open ears and a true institutional understanding of how to get things moving. Though dealing with any state or federal agency can be frustrating, the NJDOT staff is made up of adamant professionals, and they made our project a priority and helped find support and a few shekels along the way, wherever they could, even utilizing the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority's SWAP program, to the point where today, on this terminal building, we are fully funded. For a few brief remarks, please welcome our Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Transportation, Mr. Fran O'Connor.
I don't know why he said a few brief remarks. It's really tough to follow these three. It's really tough. And he's true. When he not on the job, probably a couple of weeks, I get a phone call from him. He says, "Come on out." I said, "Okay." Come out, and he did the presentation, what I saw in Carteret and his vision of Carteret. And then we toured of what he has done and what the great council and the people of Carteret has done has just been truly, truly remarkable. I'm proud to call him a friend because at the DOT, we love mayors who get things done. Not only spend money, now you have to realize I put my wallet on my left side when he's standing back at me. But it's just amazing what's going on here and the transformation of what he is leading in Carteret. I was just going to get up and say ditto because of what everybody has said. but I am proud to be here, and I'm proud that the DOT and our partners, we can't forget New Jersey Transit, the New Jersey Turnpike, along with the FTA, that have all got here, along with Congressman Pallone, who's not here, but just a great joint effort from all levels of government, working with the local community and working with this great mayor on getting this done. And I look forward, whether I'm in the private side or somewhere else, seeing the accomplishment and this being done as a great terminal. Thank you.
Now, I've heard the commissioners speak at symposiums and whatnot, and I've never heard him so short. But Fran O'Connor, a round of applause. Though Congressman Pallone can't be with us here today, he sent his representative, Matt Montico, for a wave. Thank you, Matt. I can tell you that Frank has recognized the need to support Carteret and invest in mass transportation throughout the state and his district. With the Congressman's support, he secured a $6 million congressional earmark for this project. He helped us secure an additional $6 million Federal Transportation Administration passenger ferry boat grant for this project, as well as a $5.6 million U.S. DOT RAISE grant. And understand the competitiveness of the RAISE program. There were only 43 RAISE grants across the entire country, and the only one awarded in New Jersey was for this Carteret Terminal project. So we give the Congressman a round of applause and absentia. In wrapping up, of course, we want to thank all of our borough staff for helping set up today's event and organizing the program. There's a chart over here to my left, and it'll play on the screen, but I just want to read some raw numbers because I like to look at numbers. And this is the overall funding for the entire ferry project here in Carteret. It includes the $48 million that we have currently set aside and approved from various agencies for the terminal building. But here's where the money came from. $19 million from the New Jersey USFTA via New Jersey Transit as a pass-through. $19 million from the New Jersey Department of Transportation. $16 million from the Department of Community Affairs through the Governor's SFRF program. $18 million from the U.S. Federal Highway and the DOT. $7.8 million from the NJTPA. $5.5 million through our NJUEZ program administered by the DCA. $5 million as a grant from our Carteret Business Partnership, and a few $1 million, of course, from the Carteret and Carteret Port Authority, totaling over $86 million for the overall ferry operations here that we are now breaking ground on. The governor recognized a lot of dignitaries that were with us today, but for one more time, a raise of Director Ron Rios. Our council, of course, who I acknowledged earlier, the iBank and all the DCA commissioners and others that are here. The governor referenced, but in the back, Jimmy Babchek and Dennis Steichen. Give them a round of applause from the Smithereens. Guys, I think this stage is big enough. Did you bring a drum kit and a guitar? Tim Hillman, of course, thank you, the governor's chief of staff. The governor's only a phone call away, but a lot of times, as you can imagine, he's tied up dealing with so many other state matters. So on occasion, I'll have to bother Tim, and that's usually 24/7. To the NJ Transit team and everybody else being with us here today, we thank you. We appreciate all of the support towards this project. We look forward to breaking the ground and having this open within the next 18 months. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to stay in here for refreshments. There's a luncheon. There's plenty of hot tea and coffee and water or something else if you want to imbibe. We're going to step outside to do the official groundbreaking with the shovels. I also encourage you to take a walk around, take a look at this three-dimensional model, and as the other parts of this development come into place, including our boardwalk, including our film studio production facility, all of those will be added to this display. Thank you, and God bless you.